Hi there, this is LT Survival. In today's video, we're coming back to an old series I've started a while ago. This is the 6th capsule of the historic knife video. In today's video, a folder, very high polish I have on loan. It is the Lakota Lil'Hawk, a company that does not exist anymore, or I think it does not. It was well, let's come back after the presentation. So intro. Lucky enough, the information on the Lakota brand name, brand knife, is still available on the internet. In 2009, they were still active and had a catalog out, electronic type catalog, still available that we can read in forums. Unfortunately, it's radio silence since. I guess the company went under again. They went under before and they restarted. And today we don't seem to find anything new about the Lakota. In 1974, it was designed by, it wasn't designed by them, but it's a company that belonged to W. Hoffman and John Nelson Cooper. They are Japan-made blade in Seki, Japan. The designer is, I'm trying to read on what I found. S. Sakurai or Sakurai. It's difficult to read because it's sign. It's a sign knife. The blade has been made in Japan, and in 1974 they were using I-hand, is it Oz 8 or 8CR13? Oz 8 blade. Yep, you hear me right. It was considered a high-hand metal, Oz 8, because it was so rare. So the Oz 8 metal. It's a US pattern. There is a pattern number on it. Mirror polish, carbon drop point folding lock back, and there's a number with mica scale and brass pin. Basically it has a bolster, and then it's mica. I have large end, so this is basically perfect for large end. Extra large end, well, you're gonna ride either on front or in the back, but this knife is so freaking comfortable. But it's so beautiful. It's been carried for almost, I'll say 20 some years, but probably 30. It never was polished, never was sharpened again. Overall length is 21.5 centimeters. Just to go through this, well, I guess I'm going to put them up to the screen somewhere here. You'll have the length, which is a nice length. The width, the blade thickness is 3.9, almost 4 mil, which is high for the this, and it weighs 212 grams, 7.5 ounces. It's not a light blade, but it is a nice blade, and it comes with one of those leather pouch, belt loop for 2-inch belt, basically for 2-inch service belt, because they were used by police here in my part of the world. So very beautiful and rare. Now it's rare. So I'm going to close up to the video and show you in detail the blade. So stay tuned, we'll be right back.
As you can see my camera in there. It's a mirror polish. It's really nice looking knife. We see here, trying to have the camera to focus, S Sakurai Seki Japan. On the other side, Lakota Lil'Hawk, US patent number D248039. Again, the camera. This is the original edge, the original polish. We see here the bolster. We see some scratch mark from opening and closing here. Okay, and the micarta scales with the brass pin. Some of them I've tried to polish them a little, not polish, but clean them. So as you can see, on the micarta, it's brass pin, and it's a lock back folder. Here the lock, very hefty. The stock of the blade is like 4 mil, very heavy duty. Let me take my notes for the translation. 530 seconds for the blade, and the lock back is the same. Okay. We have a rounded handle which grips like nobody's business. Fingers fit really nice in between, and when you close, no hot spot, no nothing. It's really a real nice knife. I have large hand, large to extra large a bit, but mostly large, so it fits really well. So the Hawes 8 has never been resharpened and never been repolished, and it lasted for a long time. 30 years this blade's been carried. So that's it. We'll go back and do the final.
As you could have seen in the close-up, I forgot to mention one thing. The liner are brass, which is kind of rare as a liner in a knife. So they're brass, the bolster applied to the brass, and then the micarta are pinned to the liner. Really nice construction, interesting design, very hefty. Ouch! Never put your finger underneath. I hate lock back for that. It's gonna cut. Had to happen on video. Yep, liner backlock, that's the problem. So I'm not sure I've saved my finger. We'll see later on. So basically, it's a liner lock, not a liner lock, a back lock. Yeah, I'm cut. And it is really a nice knife, an historic knife, very well made, rare, in a super steel of the time. In 1974, Hawes 8 was considered a super steel. Okay, one thing I didn't show you, I'll insert that before I do my close up, my closing in. This knife is really sharp. As I was doing my close up, my outro, I cut myself folding the knife because the blade just fell on my finger and it cut. Yep, that cut. That cuts a lot. So back to the video. Super steel. So this is it. This is the beautiful Lakota Lil'Hawk, made in Seki, Japan, from a US company. It's a US patent. And this is it for the historic knife. So if you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. Try not to cut yourself doing videos. And we'll see you in the next video.